Thanks a lot for staying with us. Let's check out the papers now. Looking at The Nation first off. And the lead story there reads, government says tampering with council funds impeachable offense as Attorney General of the Federation warns on consequences of circumventing Supreme Court judgment on autonomy. There's a quote here saying any governor who tampers with the finances of the LGAs is seen to have committed a gross misconduct, which is an impeachable offense. In other stories, Wike threatens revocation of defaulters' land. Governors embrace state police proposal for fine-tuning due next month. NCAA OK's flight into Ekiti Cargo Airport come December 15. Lagos to get new building code next year. Nnamdi Kanu likely for release soon. Benjamin Kalu raises hope that's up above the masthead. Governor Ali of Benue State to hold town hall meetings on tax reform bills. Labour Party heads for court after losing 5th representative to APC in 1 week. That's all on The Nation newspaper. There are other stories there, but some of those on the front page are there. The Punch now. LG autonomy. FG threatens contempt suits against errant governors. Lawyers, state ages aiding government, or lawyers, state attorney general aiding governors risk sanctions by the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee. AGF Fagbemi accuses such governors of treason. INEC to phase out PVCs, plans diaspora voting. FG issues 1 trillion naira Sukuk bond to fund 124 road projects. IG orders nationwide deployment of cops. Oyo begins fresh landowners verification. Imported petrol landing cost drops to 900 naira per litre. NEC resumes talks January. Governors submit reports on state police. And the APC governors may meet National Assembly as ACF also raises panel amidst the tax reform controversy. Finally, with me is Nigerian News Direct. Senate probes FCT Demolitions, says Wike must explain. Orders pause on non-court ordered structures as Wike vows to continue crackdown. Lagos State government signs MOU with Commonwealth Council for collaboration on trade investment. Ease of governance in Ondo State as Governor Ayedatiwa signs 4 executive orders. Pension assets hit 21.92 trillion naira in October 2024 amid challenges. Ibraheem.
Right, first with me here is the First News newspaper. Let heaven fall. We won't stop. Wike defends Abuja Demolitions. Senator probe FCT actions. Summons minister over widespread outcry. Double the cost, double the questions. Obaseki faces 8 billion naira inflation allegation. Governor Yusuf reshuffles cabinet, abolishes chief of staff position. PVCs may go. INEC proposal stirs fears of polling chaos. Another Labour Party rep joins APC. Opposition demands seat declared vacant. Festive season, IGP orders nationwide police deployments to curb crimes. Donald Trump named Time Magazine's Person of the Year 2024. Tinubu to present 2025 budget to National Assembly December 17th. And on the bottom strip, military retires over 600 officers. The Daily Times is next. NEC, Kaduna Governor Uba Sani pushes for state police as 36 states submit proposals. Tinubu presents 47.9 trillion naira 2025 budget to National Assembly December 17th. INEC sets to review BVAS, proposes early diaspora voting. NIMET hosts second roundtable meeting on anticipatory action framework for Nigeria. NEC approves closure of flood committee. Final disbursement. Distracted by second-term endorsements, Ekiti governor is actually... Now, the Guardian newspaper is next. More men losing prostate cancer. More men losing prostate cancer fights to hefty cost, late detection. And the infographics says at least 49 cases of prostate cancer recorded daily. Deaths will increase to almost 700,000 over the same period, mainly among men in low and middle income countries. Drug and daily care costs average 570,000 naira. And then there's so many other information here. In 2022, 18,019 cases were recorded in the country, and about 11,443 of them died. Seplat finalizes $800 million acquisition of Mobil Unlimited from ExxonMobil. Local airlines roll out higher fares for festive peak period. Federal government issues 6 Sukuk bonds worth 1.1 trillion naira to finance 124 road projects. Federal government issues ultimatum to developers on Lagos shoreline. FCT delays as governors okay state police take final decision in January. State subpoenas Julius Berger boss over project. 2027, INEC plans shift to digital accreditation in new electoral reform. Stop demolitions pending investigations. Senate tells Wike. And on the bottom strip, Nigeria-France economic pacts must go beyond signatures. Interesting developments, Kemi.
All right. Well, those are the stories there. Well, it's some interesting, right? And then there are also some that, you know, a lot of, you know, emotions, a lot of stories there in the papers. Perhaps we can, you know, spend some minutes to single out one of them, and maybe we'll check with you on what tickles your fancy there. But the issue of state police has, you know, also had its own fair share of dominant stories of the year. And we wait to see what will happen now. First off, around the middle of the year or so, the federal government finally, you know, agreed or acceded to the yearnings of many Nigerians on the creation of state police, but then turned it on to the state governments to see how they can work out a policy, seeing to the successful implementation of this. And now in the papers and in the news we read earlier, we're having all 36 governors, except for the FCT that is said to still be pending in submitting its own report. But according to the NEC meeting, there's now going to be a meeting in a next meeting in January to work out modalities now that all states, and we hear most governors have agreed that they too will are welcoming the idea of state police. Hopefully we are reaching a breakthrough in terms of tackling insecurity. Yes,
and if you see these administrations gain when it comes to fighting insecurity, especially banditry, insurgency, that's drastically reduced, you know, with the assaults, with the, you know, bombing, or let's say taking out the or neutralizing, to use their technical term, of some of these terrorists. So it's good that the states are now waking up. Already, we know that some of these governors, before they became governors, they also advocated, you know, state police. But by the time they got the, you know, the tune or the sick tune, you know, changed.
The realities on ground setting.
Yes, and then, you know, some of the critics were also fighting back, saying that, listen, it might be used to their own advantage. I mean, yes, to their own advantage against their opposition. So, you know, there's so many varied, you know, accusations. Let's say people who are for and those that are against. So if those who are against are now saying, okay, we can fashion out, or we can iron out the best way to, you know, birth in the state policing, because we really need it in Nigeria to tackle the issue of insecurity, you know, whether in the FCT, whether it's in the Southwest or any part of the country where we have it. But one of the stories that actually piqued my interest is the Guardian newspaper, where it says more men losing prostate cancer fight to hefty cost, late detection.
Oh, okay.
And if you recall one of the trending videos, you know, some of them made on our channel, on our station, we're used to having Dr. Abasi.
Yes, he's a regular.
Who is advocating for men to always make up 21.
Oh,
yeah, 21.
There's a number. He put a number to it.
Yes, of course, 21, okay. 21 in a month. So you have to make sure.
So you have to make sure you're ticking the calendar.
Yeah, so you have to make sure you match up 21.
Minimum. Did
21.
you say?
Yeah, an average of 21. So make sure.
But for clarity, I think your viewers want to hear
My viewers or our viewers.
No. This 21 you say.
Yes.
It sounds vague for somebody who is
Yes,
not aware. 21 what?
Yes, that you have to make 21 rounds.
Oh,
is it
in
rounds or sexual obligation?
Okay,
Let me just put it
right,
that way.
in a month.
Yes.
To safeguard you against prostate cancer.
Against prostate cancer. So he was even here,
This week, right?
Is it this week?
On our
Yeah, earlier in the week. Yeah.
Right.
So he was actually advocating that, and he answered a lot of questions regarding that. Some ladies did not want to hear that. I don't know where you stand on this. 21, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think it's too much for men? Or?
Thankfully, we've run out of time. Let's just move on. But food for thought, as you know, some food for thought. That is a very concerning report now, the issue of prostate cancer.
So you wives have a lot to do, when it comes to
it's
helping
mutual, though.
Helping your husband.
It's a mutual responsibility. But once again, we are mindful of time. We're mindful of time. All right, Ibraheem.